welcome to Sleepynotesclub. I hope you're all doing well. So today I am very excited to show you guys how I'm using my Hobonichi Weeks as my health/wellness planner. Now, for a little bit of context before we go on, this is my second year that I've owned a Hobonichi Weeks and the second year that I've tried really hard to love and get used to the pages. And let me show you what I mean. So this is the first cover that I ever owned and it's super cute. One of the main reasons why I always want to get Weeks is because of the designs that they release every year. They're so lovely. Obviously this one is one of my favorites, but this year, wow. I literally had to hunt it down secondhand and I found someone that was selling it new, unopened, and so obviously I had to give it another go. This is why I decided to use it as my health log because that's a very big deal to me this year. But just let me show you real quick why is it that I just cannot get used to the Hobonichi Weeks. Hopefully this year is different. So this was my first ever cover and I went crazy with decorating it. Now it's a bit of a mess at this point because I really ripped it out at some point to use some pages in my rings planners, which everyone loved. So excuse the fact that this one is a bit beaten down. But you can still see how I was using it. So these are my monthly pages. I was using this as my functional planner, so I was actually planning my inbox, my events, my tasks in here. So you can see a little bit of December and January. I love how minimal it is. One of my favorite things about this is the monthly layout. It's just very clean, which I love. Now, the reason why I cannot get used to the weeks is because of the thickness of the pages. It really depends on the pen you use. My favorite pen and the pen I cannot live without is this Pentel Energel Klena. So if you use this pen or any 0.5 gel pen, I am kind of sure that you will get ghosting and you will get, more than anything, the ink to show on the other side. But yeah, that's the reason why I couldn't go on with the weeks and I just left it. I've been using this specific one to practice my handwriting, and then I was just using this to come up with ideas for new layouts for this year. I am really excited to use it. I even bought this leather cover secondhand. I couldn't tell you what brand it is because I bought it on Vinted and the lady said that it was unbranded, but it's very cool, it's very loved, and I just love the look of it. It's a very nice medium brown. Anyway, let me show you. This is my Hobonichi Weeks for 2025. I did decorate this cover on a reel. If you are interested in watching that, it is on my Instagram. I had lots of fun doing it. I just obviously had to use this little bit that comes with the planner, and I included this note that my husband made for me or wrote for me at one point when I was feeling really bad and I had a headache. So yeah, I really like that. Just very simple. And I also made him write this little note for me, which he's also joining me in the healthy lifestyle that I'm sure everyone is in January. So yeah, I just like having little pieces of him in my journals. It really motivates me, and it's just a really nice way to decorate your pages as well. If you're wondering if you need to use a lot of stickers, just make someone special to you write a note, and then that will make you want to open your planner and keep consistent. At least that's what happens to me. So let's go on. This is the yearly calendar for 2025, and what I'm doing now is I am marking with pink. I'm using the 772 in pink to mark down the days I took any sort of pills, like headache pills or anything like that. And I'm also gonna start tracking my period with, I think my favorite, the Tombow N79, just with like a dot. And then on the other side, I'm using this writing board. I really like it. I think it is this year, it's a release that they did this year. So I'm using it to mark my step logs. Now, this section was one of the biggest question marks for me because I've seen many people use it for different reasons. And I was thinking, what is the tracker that means like the most to me, in the sense that I really want to keep consistent and I really want to see my progression from month to month, and that is my step log. I'm basically just tracking my steps here every day, and I also decided to use this space that they give you here as my monthly tracker, so the totals basically. For example, this is my meal tracker, and what I'm aiming to do is eating healthy mostly every day of the month. And so let's say in January I did 20 days of healthy eating, then I would write 20, the total of 20 here. Same as being active, so however days I worked out or whatever, then I will write the totals in here. Skincare, vitamins, things like that. So that's how I'm gonna be using this kind of yearly overview for my most important tracker and for the totals of every trackers every month. And I think it will be really cool to see at the end of the year how well I did and how I started the year and how I ended the year. Now we go on to my monthly calendar. I didn't do anything for December because I started my healthy kick in January, so this is the first month and this is how it's looking. What I'm going for, again, I don't want to add too many decorations. I want it to be very minimal, very simple. So I have my goals on the left, which I write at the start of every month, and I do have a space for wins. You know, I love doing my monthly wins and everything here, which I will write at the end of the month when I'm like looking at the totals and how well I did. And as for my calendar, what I'm doing here is basically just writing if there's any cheat meals, because again, I'm trying to eat healthy. So if I have planned any cheat meals, for example, my friend's birthday, I went to a pasta making class with my husband, things like that, I write them here. And if I did something active that is out of the ordinary, like going to the park for the first time with our puppy, things like that, I will write in here. And I'm marking off the days that I considered were healthy or successful, just so at the end of the month I can see visually if I did a good job or not at all these goals that I have. This one is a little stamp that I got from eBay. It's just like a fruit pack that I love, and again I thought it was kind of relevant. And this one is just a little star that I got in a stationery shop that I have close to my house. And yeah, that's how January is going. I think it's been pretty good. I've only had 2 days, so 1 day a week that's been kind of a cheat day in a way. So I consider that pretty successful. So now let's go on to my weekly layouts. So let me show you the first week of January, and this is what I'm doing. I really spent about 2 to 3 days kind of coming up with this layout. I wanted to have a big emphasis on my meal tracker because that's, to me, something that I really want to start tracking properly. And I really wanted squares. I don't know why, but my brain loves squares and dividing everything by equal sections. So in my in this cover, I do remember going crazy many days and hours trying to come up with the correct layout. This is how kind of the final one looked. But I also had many other trials seeing the colors and everything and the trackers, and I finally came up with this one. This is the final version and I'm really happy with it. So let me explain. On this side, I'm tracking the weather. I love tracking the weather. I don't know why, but it just brings me a lot of joy knowing if it's gonna be cloudy or sunny on a certain date of the week, so I can plan our outings. I'm also crossing out the days that I was healthy or that I succeeded on like accomplishing my goals for the day. Now this first column here is my like breakfast tracker. So all of this, I'm tracking my breakfast, then my lunch, my dinners, and then snacks. This also was gonna be my calories because I started calorie counting at the start of January. I gave up on it because it's too much work. But that was what it was. And then on this side, I'm tracking my workouts or my outings, or if I walked. Anything that has to be with me being active, it goes here. And on the yellow bit, that is my step log. Now, I am better at tracking my step logs on the week or on the day, and then at the end of the week I will just put the totals on my actual like yearly step log that you already saw. Now on this side are the rest of my habits, which are my skin tracker, my water, vitamins, sugar, so no sugar for the days, no cokes, which that's a big deal to me because I love my Coke Zero. But yeah, so it's like my no coke tracker and my ointments kind of thing for my skin. I'm also writing down my priorities for the week, which I do at the start of each like Monday. And then tasks, so if I need to go out shopping and I need to shop healthy, or if I need to buy something specific, for example, weigh myself. I don't do it super often, but I do want to do it at the start of every month, things like that. So basically that is the layout that has been working really well for me. That was the first week, and this is the second week, which is last week. I am still experimenting with my colors, and this one was my mild liners, which are these two, the gray and the yellow. So this one I really love how it looks. And on this side I used my Tombos, which are these two, the 991, I think it's already kind of coming off, but I think it's a 991, which is this really cute orange. I think it looks a bit vintage, that's why I like it. I don't know why. This reminds me of like a old wallpaper. And the N89, which is this really light gray. This week was really good as well. I kept up with all my trackers. The only thing I changed in here was that instead of having a like this style, which is like filling up these circles, I decided to just do like the 2s and 1s. So the count of how many times I did it during the day. For example, I do my skincare on the like in the morning and in the evening. So I did it twice, and then I did it only probably in the morning, and then again just like 1s, 2s, and 3s and stuff like that. I do think I like this style of tracking more, but this one shows more on the other side. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but this is what I mean with the pages being super thin. So you can really see this side, the ink in here, and it really kind of bothers me, but not too much actually. It's been better than last time. And I'm gonna show you the other things I'm tracking on this Hobonichi. Now on the blank pages at the back of the planner, just to introduce the year, I'm using this big number stickers that I bought on, I think it was Home Depot. I was just shopping for home stuff and then I found them. Literally just this. I'm sure you can find them anywhere, even on Amazon or on your home store, because this is the ones I think you paste on the outside of your house. So I bought this and I'm just introducing my 2025 with my star stickers, of course. And I love scrapbooking, and I have a lot of magazine and book cutouts that I am always wanting to use in everything. So I decided to bring a bit of my scrapbooking love into my Hobonichi. So I just added this really cute cutout from a Tesco magazine, I think it was. And this is my yearly goals for 2025, and so you can pause if you want and read them, but it's just basically anything to do with like health, wellness, like reach my ideal weight, clear my skin, that's super important to me. I want to start drinking more water and less Coke, things like that. So this is what I want to reference at the end of the year and throughout the months really, but these are my main goals to accomplish throughout the years, and hopefully everything I'm doing with my months and my weeks will lead me to accomplish my yearly goals. So that's why I like to have it first and foremost at the start of my section. And then on the other side, again, another cutout from a home book I think I had. I am gonna be writing my yearly wins. So any kind of win, however big or small, is gonna go in here. This is a label from my favorite a stationery shop in London called Shoes and Keeping. Again, they do deliver worldwide. If you're interested, they are super talented and they sell really cool things if you want to check them out. But yeah, this is basically something that I imagine myself filling up at the end of each month when I actually am looking at my like weeks and stuff like that. Now, these two are the only yearly notes that I have. That's the only thing I need, just what I want to accomplish and what I did. And the rest I am dividing by months. These are just supporting pages, for example, for my January, because I couldn't fit all the things that I want to track in this layout or in my calendar, so I needed extra pages. This is January. This is my health log, and if you follow me on social media and you've seen my rings planners, you will know that this is one of my inserts. They are on Etsy if you're interested. They are ring planner, personal size. I didn't even have to resize anything. I just cut it and pasted it, and now I have my health log. If you see here, it says pain. It's because I like to visually track the pain. So for example, on this day, I had a slight headache. And so this is the key for a headache. And I also have muscle pain, which I did have because I twisted my ankle yesterday. So I'm in a lot of pain and I'm tracking it. I have abdominal pain, other pain. I have cramps as well. And I do like to track my period flow. And I usually do it here. So if there's like a heavy flow, then I will do like a big circle. If it's a bit less, then a medium circle. And if it's just a dot, then it's just mean there's spotting. It's just the flow is not that bad. And then I also do a little bit of levels of how my health is. So for example, in this first column, if you see it like this, it means that I had poor health, medium, kinda okay health, and good health, which I've been doing okay. Just I think I'm overheating a lot because it's very cold, but also I keep layering it up a lot, so I'm overheating and I'm cold, and so my body doesn't know what to do, and I've had headaches quite a lot of days actually. And on this last column, I'm just tracking if I had taken any kind of pills. But yeah, this is my health log, which I'm keeping in here in the extra pages for the month. And this is my sleep log, which again is one of my inserts. They are on Etsy if you're interested. And it's my sleep tracker. I just have this calendar here for a visual aid, and just every day the hours that I'm getting some rest. If I do sleep 8 hours plus, which is my goal, I would actually like mark it down here. But I have a new puppy, and new puppies require a lot of effort and a little sleep for us, so we haven't been hitting 8 hours or more of sleep, but it's fine. At some point we will, hopefully. And in here there's a little space for notes, which I'm just using it for like milestones kind of thing. And the last section are my monthly goals. These are the goals for January. For example, hit at least 6k steps per day, stretch daily, be active, things like that. And I will come back to these goals and see which ones I did and which ones I didn't at the end of the month. And when I'm planning for February, as well as my wins, I'll probably just write them at the end. And yeah, that's basically it. I hope it makes sense. I just like to have everything divided by sections. So for example, when I plan for February, and when I fill everything and see how I did, I will probably create a cover for February like this, and then I will print another one of my inserts for my health log, and then my notes, my sleep tracker, and then I'll have my February goals and my February wins, and so on and so on. That's basically what I'm doing with my Hobonichi. It is going really well in the sense that I'm still feeling very inspired to keep up with it. I still want to plan and continue writing on it, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I would love you guys to show me what you're doing in your Hobonichi weeks. Show me your layouts. I'm always looking for more inspiration, especially in something like this that I'm not super like used to. So leave in the comments your Instagram handles. I will go check them out, or your YouTube videos. Hope you have an amazing start of the week and a whole of January. Thank you guys, and I will see you very soon.